Yes, my G's, I'm Marcus, personal trainer, adventurer, challenge conqueror, recreational athlete, support worker, and ex-con. I have done over 8 years in prison, over 2 sentences. I was a hothead, GM, and street chemist. It was all I knew. Until 14 months into my latest sentence, I went to a prison that had a therapeutic community. There, I learned so much about myself, others, and systems. My aim now is to help others achieve more. Here is my journey, here is my story. Come follow me.
Yes, my G's, Marcus, DQNQ Fitness, and today we're going to analyze my performance at the January 2022 HYROX Manchester event. Let's get started. So now we've got the layout of the race. Here are my details. I was in the 30 to 34 group and I'm off. This is actually the first run. Hey, look at the big lad. Shin splints on fire. Went into that, took me 6 minutes 29 to do the K. 6 seconds to get from into the ruck zone to the ski erg. Took me 4 minutes 36 on the ski erg. And then it took me 30 seconds to get from the ski erg back to the run, because it's all inside. What's inside of the running space is called the rock zone, and then you've got your stations inside the rock zone. So all them 8 events that you do are within the border of the running lane. And the ski erg was literally, you turn in to the rock zone and you just turn almost immediately straight into the ski erg, and then they've just got like these ushers, like these volunteers or whatever they are, that just like down there, or there'll be someone shouting out, like, come here, use this one. Yeah, not a good range of motion, is trying to like plow through it, but I was trying to use height and like the downward pull from the abs and the knee bend, but I was knackered there. Out on the second one, that's actually my heart rate. I was trying to make sure my heart rate doesn't go up. Boom! Not happy turning up to the sled push. It was way heavier than in training, way heavier. And it's not really down to its heaviness, it's down to the resistance on the carpet. So I've heard that different ones, different events, obviously this is Manchester, obviously there's Birmingham, there's also London, and different events, different places have different surfaces, and it's just either easy or hard. That was the first push there, so I was with that guy there, and that guy in the booty shorts right there, that guy there, and he finished before me. He started in my group, and I thought, right, I'm gonna wait for his legs to get past, now I'm gonna start pushing. I want to have some type of rest. And there was a guy that I was doing my ski erg next to, and he passed me, and I thought, right, I need to stay ahead of him. I think that's him there, yeah, we crossed paths, and that was his first push, so I'm coming back on my second push here. I eventually get back, turn around, and I see that the guy we've just crossed paths, the guy dressed in black, and he stopped halfway, and I thought, ooh, you do not want to be stopping there, bro. Now 12.5 meters, it's 4 times 12.5 meters, so that's 50 meters in total. But it was quite far to pull. Like, it's just like when you're pulling it initially at the beginning, so like when it's first over there and you're pulling it back, it's like, it's just hard. It's like you're not pulling nothing. Sometimes it gets closer, it's like you're pulling something, but just the wobbliness of rope is just not doing no for you. Like I'm trying to use different techniques, use my back muscles just by doing hand over hand. I'm trying to walk it back. I'm trying to like pull it up to my chest. I'm trying to do anything to just get it cracking. So I got my run there. Took me 7 minutes 42 to do this. This was hard, but this is the one next time. I didn't really find, I can see you can get your breath back on the ski like I see. You can get your breath back on the rower. You can even get breath back on the farmer's carry. But this is hard work. But I'm gonna definitely make sure it's just straightforward movements. None of this standing there with hands on hips. No. It don't matter if it's just little jumps or big jumps. It's just down, up, forward motion. I'm just gonna keep moving. The rower, that's had a nice cadence on there. I thought I can just get this quiet. 4 minutes 47 at 1,000 meter. And this is the 1, 2, 3. That's the 5th exercise. Obviously these other guys, even though I'm like going faster than these other guys, and I think they have it set on like damper 6 or damper 7. And people moved it either up or they were mainly moving it down. I just kept it at whatever damper they thought. I thought they put it there for a reason, so I'll just leave it there. But that's one of the first times that I've like seen it not on damper 10. Like everywhere I train, it's just damper 10. You just always put it on damper 10. Don't know why. Got no rowing experience, like training knowledge other than whatever. Farmer's carry took me 1 minute 50. I felt like I was running here. I was just boom, 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 just getting off. This is something that I'll just run through again. Like he's just walking along there. But these guys would be caning the runs, whereas I really couldn't, because my shins were just blowing up differently. They were hurting, throbbing. Every time it pounded the pavement, the sent a shockwave of just pain up my leg. But you know, at the end of the day, that's your boy there, you know what I mean? Just ploughing on, just bossing it. And I think this might have been, like towards the end, my legs kind of, the shin splints and all that nonsense just eased up and I could actually run then. But by then I was like knackered. I didn't do no running prior to, like, I'd done a couple of runs, don't get me wrong, actually tell a lie. I'd done the 85k challenge in a week, I think I did it before this. Maybe did it after. Sandbag lunges took me 5 minutes 51, but I was taking a long rest. Next time I won't take the rest. If anything, what I'll do, I thought I was going quite slow and measured here because I didn't want to do my legs in, so, or collapse, like just doomed to failure. And I didn't also want that to cause me to like almost collapse or have jellified legs on the way around. But what I will do, instead of having these big long breaks, so I have quite a few long breaks, like when you get to the end to go around again, because you had to, I think it might have been 4 or 5 times you had to like slalom, and then you say you come out of the zone when you go over that. Like watch you, he just picked his bag up. I might put my bag down again here, but you see me put my bag down before. That's the only place you can put the bag down. You can't put the bag down. And then we're onto wall balls. This killed me. They always do wall balls. I got a lot of no reps. I've never actually done wall balls to a target before. And it's mad, it was like all this strange because when the ball's coming down you can't see. It's like I was just like hitting the one underneath. Or like hitting it on the yellow line. I don't think he was counting it because he's got a clicker. He was a good guy, I like that guy. Give him a raise him up, man. It was funny. I think it was like, it sounded like Portuguese or Spanish. Look at their techers. Slow motion. Slow motion. Slow motion. Yo, listen. Yeah, it was hard work, man. And then just doing them burpees the other day in the previous video, I put the card up. Got me thinking about this and thinking, wow, I did that for hours. Look, 1 hour, 53 minutes, 59 seconds. Killed me. So overall, I was 444 out of 477, and in my age group, I was 103 out of 113. Once again, it says the same thing there. That's everything. On my running was like, first K 6 minutes 29, second K 7 minutes 43, sorry, third K 8 minutes 56, fourth 8 minutes 17, 5th 7:48, 6th 7:23, 7th 7:38, and 8th 8:49. Total run time 1 hour 3 minutes to do 8k. Total time in the rock zone just happened to be bang on 10 minutes. So you can see where I come as well, where I placed on all the different things. So out of 477, I come 357th in the ski erg, 389th out of the sled push, 171 out of the sled pull, 431 out of the burpee broad jump, 299 on the rower, 96 on the farmer's carry. Like I said, I was getting off. That's my only sub 100. 336 on the sandbag lunges, and 378 on the wall balls. So yeah, my best run lap, 396, 6 minutes 29. Where some of that man were like busting 4 minutes and 5, like yeah. But I'm gonna be more prepared this time. I'm back on the training. Once again with the splits, how it works out, the first half, the second half. I got no bonuses, I got no penalties, and there is the certificate. And there we have it. So just a little look at what I did when I was at the HYROX. But it's all about just bettering yourself. So to be honest, I'm glad I wasn't able. I am and I'm not. I would have preferred to have a better score because I find that embarrassing if I'm honest, yeah. But I don't mind that because I haven't set the bar too high. I can just go there and just, I'm definitely gonna beat that 100%. I just need to think how I'm gonna log my time so I can tell. So I'm just gonna keep resetting my watch, thinking right, I've got into that, I've done that 6 minute 29 last time, beat that, boom. Just keep resetting my watch every time. Also got my runner's vest with a bladder on it, which is like a water pack on the back. Watch Mark Lewis, check Mark Lewis. I'll link his HYROX videos in the description. I was actually in the background of one of his. He was on the ski erg, and I was walking past going to wherever because obviously he started later in the day. And the reason they can tag you with all your timings and that is because to give you like a little ankle monitor thing, little bracelet. It was funny because I had my tag on my right leg and on my left leg I had my that on, and yeah, they give you a number on your arm which tells you your time, which time you start. Go to the starting zones, like a little pen. There's probably about 30-40 of you or something, and it's just off you go. And they send you off in waves. It might be like every 15 minutes, half an hour or something. So there's bare people there. People that have started running at like, I don't know, 9 o'clock. Then it would have been 9:15. So there's people like that you've just started, and there's people coming to the end, people in the middle. Do you know what I mean? Then as you're running, another wave's coming off. So as you're like in the middle, there's other people that are just new, so you never know where anyone is. Do you know what I mean? Like they've got like a big monitor there that every time you run over it tells you like where you are in your laps and stuff. But you have to remember to count your own laps. Like where I was, it was 2.5 laps. That was your 1k. People, I watched a few videos prior to that, and it's really happened at the CrossFit Games this year. But people weren't counting laps and either doing too short or too less. That's how obviously you get a penalty, don't you? Sorry, doing too much or too less. But yeah, it's a good experience. Loved it. Electrifying. Can't wait to do it again. I wanted to do Birmingham, but it's too soon. I've been messing about. I've just been focusing on other stuff. I've just had other things going off in my life. I've been very busy, but I'm back on it now. So watch this space, yeah. All right, Marcus, DQNQ Fitness. Hey up there, buddies. It's me. Shades on. If you like that video, why don't you watch these? Please comment, like, subscribe.